jump through
I've
hoops.
requested them, so I don't know. I haven't been through the. It might be in here. I don't know. I haven't looked.
He said, and I said, well, you guys know where, you know, you're gonna be over there. Obviously, we're going to all.
So I think he's gonna come over the 27th and visit.
That'd be nice.
And Mike wants to visit with him before he leaves, and then leave probably the 28th.
Did I order some more coffee? I'll have to see if I can order coffee for him and have it just sent to his place down there. I think he's got a bunch stored up.
He's there.
These, no, I was not getting
Over
those sheets.
2.5.
These are the last payroll, so you guys can see the sheets.
A day.
I have all the 2 time cards.
When he first came back.
So they'd be
I
briefed
get
on that.
those usually by Wednesday morning.
Yeah. And that tells you something.
Very. You're talking about the handicap?
I know in joking, that's like overseas. I was going to meet him and he said, honey, you won't be able to get out for a couple of weeks. And that was. So I thought, I would, Minnesota.
Thought we have enough for four.
I'm so excited.
I know.
Okay.
I can remember.
Are we on, Kelly?
Is it gonna be a library for just doing 4 years?
He hasn't decided. Well, he's already reacted.
All right, let's get started.
He did that over when he's in court.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Because he's been in 3 years already.
They've already used, so that's another 4 years.
This meeting's called to order. Did you say Annie's calling in? Or do
Yes,
we need to call her?
she's calling in. She let me know that she's just getting back to where she can get to the phone.
Okay. Michelle?
Here.
Brett? Here. Jason? Are you here from Jason? And Tim?
Here.
Oh, and you, Richard, gentlemen.
Oh, and they're I thought I had something.
Yeah, Richard.
We move to adopt the agenda.
Hi, Annie.
Hello,
They just called roll.
Are you here, Annie?
I'm here.
Okay, got you down.
I would like to move the housing authority to the end, just so that Becky can make it here from work. So after Lake Permit Office, we can,
Anybody have a concern with that?
No, my motion stands with that addition.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the agenda by Tim with one change, seconded by Brett. Any further comments, questions, concerns? Those in favor?
What was the change? I didn't hear what he said.
Moving the housing authority to under continuing council business after the lake permit office contracts discussed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Those in favor? Annie?
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Okay, at this time, we're opening for a public hearing, the CDBG public hearing. Any comments from the public?
It's okay if I stand over here. I'm Brett Wagner with Governmental Assistance Services. I'm the grant writer that's been hired to write this grant. I just wanted to make sure I was here in person in case anybody had any questions about the grant process. I'm able to answer those questions. If anybody has any comments, that's what I'm here for. And I can talk about the documents that need to be signed after the hearing too.
What was your last name again? Chris?
Wagoner,
Oh, my.
Waggoner.
I had a friend named Wagner.
Here you go.
I have no questions or concerns for you.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Kelly, there wasn't anything, no written comments received by email or by regular mail. Okay.
Well, normally if there's no public comment or questions, then somebody can move to close the public hearing.
I move to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion by Michelle to close the CDBG public hearing and seconded by Tim. Further comments, questions, concerns? Those in favor? Annie?
Yes.
That passes. That section's closed. Not much of a trip for you tonight, was it?
Oh, that's okay. That's part of the job. You never know what comes up. So I just like to be here if I can.
If you've got something that needs my signature, then we can get
There-
that after
there's
the meeting.
There's a big group
She has
of documents that I pass along. They do need to be approved tonight. You know, the mayor needs to be authorized to approve them. I don't need to wait around for you to sign all of them. Kelly can actually scan and email them to me because they're electronic applications now.
Okay.
What I wanted to say about those documents is that every single one of them is required for the application. So they do all have to be signed and turned in. And I just wanted to be here again in case there was any questions about those two.
That would be, the next thing would be, I don't think you have a specific resolution, do you? Or
There is a resolution certifying the authority to apply, and there's also a resolution to provide operation and maintenance funds for the park. So there are two
are
separate
those
resolutions.
numbered?
They
I got an email about them, but I didn't know if they were actually, we gave them a number or not.
No, this is actually what, you didn't send the specific resolution wording, did you?
yes, there
Oh,
was
okay, then I didn't, I must.
it would be
here.
there was a PDF that said items 1 through 5, and it has the statement of assurances, a couple other documents, and the 2 resolutions as well.
Statement of assurances.
And I brought along a printed copy of everything, if that would help.
Here, do you wanna- you can probably decipher it better than- Oh, here we go, here's the rest. 1 and 2, front and back.
Okay,
Great.
well, we just need numbers for these. Do we have?
Well, with the resolutions, we usually use the date.
Like 2024
Uh,
10-14? Is that the way you do it?
Let me get the resolution book.
We're gonna do that now.
Yeah, we do. And the resolution is, there's the first one, resolution certifying legal authority to apply for the Kansas Small Cities Community Development Block Grant Program. And basically it just says that this body, the city council, is a legal government entity, and it approves and authorizes the mayor to act as applicant's official representative in signing all the documents. And you dedicated $150,000 in cash fund sources project and $0 in force account labor.
So the first one would be 10-14-24-1. The second one would be 10-14-24-2.
Okay, so that's number 1 right there. So you need a motion to approve resolution 10-14-24-1.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Thank you. Motion by Brett to approve resolution 10-2401, seconded by Annie. Any further questions, comments, concerns? Those in favor? Annie? Annie?
Yes.
Okay, that's approved.
Okay, the second resolution is one that
As assuring the Kansas Department of Commerce that the funds will be continually provided for the operation and maintenance and improvements of the park system to be financed for community development with the block grant funds. So this means after we have supplied the funds, the city will continue to maintain the property and facilities in the park, and not let them, go to waste. And
Sure. They just like to know it's going to be taken care of if they get a grant out.
Wouldn't that be great?
I move.
Second.
Is that 1024-2, but Todd?
Yep.
Okay,
1014-24-2.
1014. Did I say 14 the first time?
I'm sure we'll fix it if you did.
Yeah, I'll make sure it's in there.
Okay. Motion by Brett to approve the resolution 1014-02, seconded by Michelle. Any further questions, comments, concerns? Those in favor? Annie?
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes.
And I think is it probably just workable just to have another motion to approve that the mayor execute all grant documents necessary for
That's all.
submission of the grant.
Yep, that's how most folks do it.
Come on, can't fail at the last one. Come this far.
I move.
Second.
I'll second. Michelle, maybe.
You're a little slow there, girl.
Motion by Brett to have the mayor sign the documents approving the two resolutions. Is that correct, Todd?
Well, no, it's,
Correct.
you're executing all documents relating to the submission of the
Okay.
grant proposal.
Motion by Brett to have the mayor approve all documents in relation to the grant, seconded by Michelle. Any further questions, comments, concerns? Those in favor? Annie?
Yes.
Okay, and that motion passes.
Very good. I'll check in with Kelly here later this week or sometime next week, and I'll get all those back.
Sure.
We'll turn the grant in before it's due on November 1st, and we expect to hear news of whether we got the grant or not by around February 1st.
It'll be great. Hope you get it. Good luck.
All right. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening.
Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Annie.
for coming in.
You bet. Take care.
Okay, next up, minutes, September 23rd.
I have a concern on, I guess, page 3 for the park board donation. Says it's coming from budgeted funds, but we didn't actually funds for that. That's the reason that I was opposed to it, because nobody knew where the money was coming from. I just want that correction in there. I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's what was specifically stated.
We're on page 3. Do you see that? Give me a shortcut.
Right down here, very bottom.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
That was a pledge for budgeted funds for 2025, if I'm correct. Does that sound right, Todd?
I'm trying to read, I'm sorry, at the same time. What was that?
That $50,000 pledge was from budgeted funds from 2025.
We're amending the budget.
Yeah, I think you could probably, it's probably more accurate to say, in accordance with the amended, budgeted funds in accordance with the proposed amendment. Is that fair?
As long as it says Tim Wines was opposed because nobody knows where the money is coming from.
But it's coming from where,
They did say where it was coming from. 17,000 of it's coming from sales tax this year, and the rest of it was coming from sales tax in 2025.
That was
Well,
stated at the last meeting.
we're amending the budget for the sales tax to include that $50,000 donation at the end of this month. That was what the discussion was before, and that's what the amended budget. One of the things the amended budget is covering October 28th.
I think it was the first meeting we talked about it. We didn't know where it was coming from, but we did decide on the last one.
I believe that's correct. Any further discussion?
So it's gonna say that it's coming from the amended budget, right?
Yes, $50,000 it's being amended for that reason.
So it's going to say pledge from amended budgeted funds. Does that sound right?
In accordance, budgeted funds in accordance with amended budget, is that it? And Tim, did you want it changed to,
Doesn't matter.
okay. Okay,
Thanks for asking, but I think you've made your record.
Okay. Was that Brett that made the motion to approve the minutes?
I don't think anybody did.
I approve the minutes. I move
With the
to
change?
approve.
With the change?
With the change.
Okay.
A second.
Okay, a motion by Michelle to approve the minutes of April 23rd with changes discussed, seconded by Annie.
You mean
September
September
20th.
20th?
September, what'd I say?
April.
Golly,
Don't back us up.
I'm moving forward. I'm not backing up.
Oh, okay.
That's even worse because we get older.
Yeah.
Okay, April 23rd.
Right.
Vacation on my mind, I guess. I don't know. All right, motion to approve the minutes of September 23rd by Michelle, seconded by Annie. Any further questions, comments, concerns? Those in favor? Annie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, gotcha. Thank you. All right, that passes. Appropriation ordinance 1524.
Kelly, when I came in and talked to you the other day, you had said that those are the receipts in that, and when I came back in and got stuff out of my box, I looked for those receipts, and those were all the receipts, right?
the actual receipts are,
But were they in that box?
I did not give you copies of all of them, of the receipts, no.
No. In the cubby hole in your office?
Oh,
right
yes,
there.
in the
Okay,
wire,
so yes.
wire, yes.
So I can move to approve.
Second. And yes, I did read the receipts.
I wasn't gonna
manual.
ask that question anymore. I
Okay.
got my answers last time. Thank you, but thank you for fessing up to that and doing it. Appreciate that. Motion to approve appropriation ordinance 1524 by Brett, seconded by Michelle. Any further questions, comments, or concerns? Those in, this is a roll call vote. Annie,
Yes.
Michelle,
Yes.
Brett,
Yes.
Tim.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, we're opening the floor for public comments or concerns. Do we have any? Okay, moving on. Next up is new city business. Jana Williams, are you here tonight? I wonder if she forgot.
Yes.
Okay. We'll bypass that one.
I had recently talked to her in the last few days, and she didn't say anything about coming to this meeting. I should have asked, but
I sent her a message 2 weeks ago and told her she was on the agenda, but that's okay. She said that she can come to the next one. All right, 202 East First Street. Shed permit, cot. For those folks here.
Hey there. I did swing by and take a peek. He's putting, it's a prefab up against the, or toward the back of this property. It's well in excess of 20 feet from the rear, so there's no setback issue at all. So he put it between his concrete pad going into his garage and the garage itself. So it's a well placed.
I'll move to approve. So he's second, or he's first.
Okay, motion to approve the structure permit for 202 East First Street by Brett, seconded by Tim. Any further questions, comments, concerns? Those in favor? Annie?
Yes.
Okay, that's approved. Next up is Blue Cross and Blue Shield renewal.
So I sent you all, and included in your book, the renewal premiums. In the past, we've been seeing increases of like 35%. This year, the increase is 5.35%. So the total increase for the city monthly for all employees, all coverage is $204.74.
And what are you needing from us to approve this?
Yep.
Or that?
Just to,
Can we put this on the next agenda after we have our employee handbook meeting?
Put what?
The renewal of the benefits. Can we postpone it till the next meeting until we have our special meeting about the employee handbook?
I believe the deadline for me to get the information back to them is November 1st. So just keep that in mind.
So we will be able to.
We can't take the action on the next meeting, can we?
What's the
No, we have,
28th?
it's the 28th, so
Oh,
it'll be 3
okay.
days before the 1st.
I'm sorry.
I would like to postpone it till then. I move postpone it
To
till then.
table.
To table it.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Brett to table the Blue Cross Blue Shield renewal to the October 28th meeting, seconded by Tim. Any further questions, comments, concerns? Those in favor? Annie?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, that passes. Culligan Technology. Firewall quote.
Again, I sent this to you guys previously and included it in there. Our firewalls are all outdated, out of warranty. So he gave us a quote for the 3 firewalls, and the quote also includes a 5-year warranty with him if you choose to go that way. The hardware is $300 a piece, or $900 total with 5-year warranty.
Has this 1,200 years, 1,200 for the 5 years?
No, it's $1,200 flat fee, and I don't know if it's only 5 years. I think the last time you guys replaced them was in, I want to say 2018. So
So it probably is 5 years.
could be.
It breaks down to $220 a year, roughly, maybe 240. 240.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the estimate from Culligan Technology by Tim, seconded by Brett. Any further questions, comments, concerns? Those in favor? Got three yeses in here. Annie, what's yours?
Yes.
Thank you. It's approved. Okay, moving on. Transfer from Wright to Moore, 378 Lakeshore Drive. Is Robin here tonight? No. I see the Moores are here. Okay.
Robin was in earlier, and she just made sure that you guys had the information from when she did the inspection before, and we got a updated survey, which is what we were waiting on. It was tabled last time for an updated survey.
And they're paying for,
One oversized dock.
and it looks like there is the deck that will be added to that then. Since it sticks over. You see? Yeah.
Twice.
Your comments about it, Brett?
What?
Your comments?
I said if they're paying for one oversized dock, they should now be paying also for a deck.
Should not?
Should be
Okay.
paying for a deck.
Mhm.
Did I say should not?
Yes. You
Should be. Should.
I thought you said should now. Doesn't matter. We know what you mean now.
So I'll move to approve that with the adding of the structure fee for the deck.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Tim to approve the transfer from right to Moore with the addition of the deck.
Motion by
I'm
Brett.
sorry, by Brett, seconded by Tim with the addition of the deck to be added to the documents for a fee, right? What's the
Structure
fee?
fee.
Structure fee, which is what, $195?
$195.50.
Okay, and anybody have any questions, comments, concerns?
If we modify our deck and take that corner off, can we have it removed?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You gotta, because obviously it's built that way, we're stuck, and we realize that, but it doesn't do us much good for that little wedge.
Right.
That's not the little wedge.
There's two little tiny wedges, but yeah, it's
But yes, if you modify it, absolutely.
we can't charge you for what's not on our property.
Okay. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, any other?
That's not a super wedge. This little wedge, and then this little tiny corner over here.
That's a pretty small wedge.
Okay, any further questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, those in favor of the transfer? Annie?
Yeah.
Okay, that's approved, guys.
Thank
You're
you very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for coming in.
Certainly.
Before we jump into the lake permit contract,
Look
I
out for
want
beer.
to jump back a few meetings ago.
Look out for beer.
Woodward had a dock transfer. You all recall this? And the dock was not within the 20 by 24. Last meeting, I think I asked you to send them a letter or something. Did they respond?
I have not heard anything.
What are we gonna do about that?
Were they oversized, or you said it?
Brett's the one who pointed out. What'd you see out there, Brett?
It was the overhang off of the dock, if I remember.
I thought there was like a roof or something that hung over, something weird like that that protruded beyond the 20, whatever, beyond the lines. And we approved it with a contingency that they would bring it into compliance. And it's been months now, and it hasn't happened.
I thought they did say they were gonna remove it. Was that not the case? Sorry.
Yeah, I believe so. If I'm functioning the same one that we're talking about, they were supposed to remove it, and the problem is that they have not removed it 6 months later, 5 months later.
Okay.
When was the last time somebody checked it?
The last time you asked Robin directly, did you not?
Correct. A couple, I think twice I had Robin go out and look at it. I think twice she went out and looked at it. And
Still
both
there.
times said,
It's a non-conforming structure now under the code, so there's a procedure in the code to tell the public officer, give them notice, and if they don't do it, it's removed by the city. And I don't think it's just that part, I think it's all that.
It's the whole dock.
Yeah, so, I mean, she can send that or, informally say, the council says I'm supposed to send you the real by gosh notice that we're gonna come in and remove your old dock. That it should be done.
Question for Kelly. Kelly, do you remember the address or the property owner that's we're referring to here?
I would have to look it up. It was the new owners that the letter was sent to, and it wasn't sent, it was sent to their mailing address. I can,
Okay, just for my notes.
okay.
we put something so that we can bring this back up to the next meeting.
Mhm.
Please.
Did you want a letter going out?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
tonight, do you have any, want to
Again,
recommend it goes out tonight?
you sent one out, what, 3 weeks ago? Is that right, Kelly?
Yes.
Ish.
And we'll let them contact us by the 28th of October, let us know what they're doing. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, and also see there's a procedure in the code that is like a nuisance, so if you want to start that process, she needs to follow the code. Sending another letter is just sending another letter. Right?
Correct.
So you want,
Keep us on track here, Todd.
yeah, well, I mean, it's no problem sending another letter. I'm just saying next time this comes around, you're no closer to removing it. So it's up to you guys how you proceed.
What does the letter need to state?
I think what he said, it needs to state that there's a
Bring it in
code.
or else.
Well,
Well-
yeah, I think probably what I would do if you're still looking for a warning situation is you'd say, this occurred at this meeting. We indicated that approval of the transfer is conditional upon removal of this item. To our understanding, it has not been removed. Please understand that, failure to do so means that your dock is non-conforming, and under whatever the code section is, that we can proceed, with removal of the structure of the dock according to that code. And you can even put a copy of that part of it in there,
Mhm.
and then that's just another warning. I think there's an official notice report that's in that process too. That's probably more like, if you do not abate, we will be out, whatever, whenever, kind of thing.
I can, if she wants help or whatever with that, because although I don't know specifically on the lake, but I'm sure
It's
it's
a-
the
it's-
same verbiage.
It's a nuisance issue, yeah. It's like a nuisance.
That would be helpful.
It's pretty specific.
Gotcha. That would be helpful. And also, would it be going too far if we pointed out that simply paying for an oversized dock is not an option? Because that will be the next question, I would assume.
No, I mean, I think that I wouldn't answer questions that haven't been asked yet.
Okay.
But you know the answer to that. So if they do ask you, Kelly, or anybody asks them, you can tell them that's not how that works. That's grandfather clause, right? You only get an oversized dock if you have one. Here you had an approved dock back in the day.
Okay.
Moving on. Okay, now the permit for next year's bait shop operator permit office.
I
We
would
had-
like to have a 10-minute executive meeting. Non-elected personnel, and Kelly can stay,
Can you do that?
and
Well,
Julie.
my question would be who's, yeah, since we're talking about this,
Yes,
they're contractors. They're not employees.
Can't do that.
So it wouldn't be non-elected personnel.
well,
You could talk to me, you could do it in attorney-client privilege. If you want to talk about contract, terms of the contract.
all right,
10 minutes for attorney-client privilege
sure.
On the terms of the contract?
on terms of offered contracts. Is there 2 contracts here?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm assuming those are the only 2 turned in.
Yes.
okay. So the motion would be to go into executive session for the purpose of attorney-client privilege, starting at 7:36 for a period of 10 minutes, reopening at 46, sorry. In this room for the purpose of discussion of contract matters for the city.
Need a second?
I'll say, yeah.
Motion by Michelle to go into executive session for 10 minutes, starting at 7:36, ending at 7:46 for attorney-client privilege. Seconded by Annie. Those in favor?
Yes.
And those opposed? Okay, motion passes 3-1. 10 minutes, folks.
We're supposed to stay or go.
No, sorry.
I can go.
You can go.
I thought she wanted her
Quarters
in here.
off.
She has to
Recorders.
have her in here.
Recorder is
I
off,
think
but I'm
Todd's
leaving my
saying that
phone
she
here.
has to go.
what?
I think Todd's saying she has to go.
See, did you mean you want to invite her?
Yes.
She did say Kelly can
Yes.
stay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. So, yeah, change the
All right,
motion to
so I'll turn this off and be right back.
And you guys are agreeing to that amendment, right?
Yes, yes, she did say that.
Okay. I didn't hear that one.
Just to reassure everybody, I'm sitting in a truck by myself, so there's
Oh.
nobody with me.
Not a problem, Annie. Not a problem.
Okay.